Hey there, fellow wet shavers. Brian here with the Wet Shave Experience. 2 videos I'm putting out in one day. I'm being very productive this weekend. Anyways, it is really hot in this bathroom, but I had to close the doors and the windows because I've got my neighbors doing the lawn. It was like 83 degrees here yesterday. It's supposed to get really hot today, which is very unusual in Oregon this time of year, but it's pretty amazing. I'll take it. I'm from Southern California originally, so I like the heat, so bring it. All right, so today is not a shave video. Today is a tag video that was started by IMCDB, Chris. I think this one is pretty cool. All right, this might come off a little weird because I'm gonna insert this in the video, and there was really no good place to stop. But when I was watching it back, I realized I forgot to mention and say thank you to Matti who tagged me in this video. Really appreciate it. And now back to the regular scheduled program. Thanks. And you're supposed to pick a scent or a soap company based on 5 different soap companies based on 5 different things. That is selection, scent, value, performance, and sentiment. So this is a cool one. And I will preface all this in saying that, you know, I am still fairly new in the wet shaving community. I have not even been wet shaving traditionally, fully wet shaving for a year. You know, I did Pro Rosso with a Mach 3, but a brush and a bowl for like 3 years. Until I stumbled upon I started to run out of that, and I stumbled upon the artisan community and some Google searches and, you know, cookies and all that kind of stuff. Next thing you know, bam, I'm getting all these ads or suggestions. So that's kind of how I stumbled in the wet shaving community. So Father's Day last year, I got my first soaps, and I got a Mercure 34C, and it's been all rabbit hole from there. And then I started the channel in, I think, October, the week of Halloween, because I had lined up some Halloween scents. So anyways, so let's get into this. So this is relative to my experience, all right? So, you know, I try to go with artisans that I've used or used enough of, not ones that I've done like 1 soap or 2 soaps. So there are a lot of artisans that I'm not gonna name that probably at some point in time I can see this list changing or evolving, I'm sure as it does with everybody, as I try more soaps from different people. So this is kind of where I'm at based on my experience so far and what I've tried the most of and had an opportunity to really kind of check out. And so the first, and this is kind of, I've seen a bunch of these, this is probably the most common answer I see on selection, and selection goes to PAA. I love Hotel Cecil. I'm gonna sniff it. Smells fantastic. And then this is the Irish Spring. But I think the thing with PAA is, oh, that's good. You get is not just the soap. You have two soap options. You have CK1 and CK6. You've got solid colognes, you've got deodorants, you've got razors, so you've got software and hardware. I enjoy my DOC double open comb adjustable from, oh, excuse me, allergies getting me a little bit with everything in bloom. Double open comb DOC. Stainless razor that I have adjustable. So I have their brushes. I use a lot of their synthetic brushes. So for me, selection wise, they've got the whole gamut from shirts and coffee cups to everything that you can imagine under the sun. So selection certainly goes to PAA. So these are the 5 companies that I couldn't live without, right? Based on these categories. The second for me, and I haven't seen a lot of people, I think I saw Marion the Barbarian mention this company, but I can't remember if it was scent or not. But for me, scent-wise, I'm gonna have to go with First Line Shave. And the reason that is for me is that, first of all, probably First Line is one of the soaps that I have the most amount of scents from. I got into them early. I think the first release I got from them was Del Mar. And then I think I have everything, or have tried everything from them with the exception of Razor Ruby Red. And I have not tried that one yet. And I did order the weight, but that hasn't showed up yet. So, but Fallout, I mean, just incredible. Kitua, which is, First Line does a lot of cologne dupes. Kitua was an actual original scent. I think this was in conjunction with, Black Mountain Shaving, if I'm not mistaken. So, yep, it's right there, Black Mountain Shaving. So this one is really, really fantastic. There has not been one that I haven't liked from them. And I really like the Cologne Duke type scents. So if you like those, and you know, the other thing I like about First Line in terms of scent is their splash. I think their splash is, you know, really good in terms of face quality, but also one of the splashes where the scent lasts the longest to me. I can still smell, you know, the scent pretty well into the evening. I know it kind of fades during the day, but as with anything, but this one probably to me lasts the longest. So I enjoy that. Their scent strengths are also on the high, medium, and high side, which I also enjoy. So none of them are too overbearing, no fragrance burn or anything with them, but for scent, I'm gonna go with First Line Shave. I think Michael Riley's got a good thing going there. And I look forward to trying the weight. And the other thing is that he donates, I think, $1 of every tub to the Backstoppers, which goes to fallen, I think, police officers or firefighters or foundation and so forth to support that. So I think that's also really cool. The second, so I haven't seen anybody mention this one. Value could be a lot of different soaps. I've heard Sterling a lot, which is absolutely a value. I have not tried a lot of Sterling, so I'm not going to list them just because I haven't really delved into a lot of Sterling. I've tried a couple. I like them and I can see myself getting more, but at this point, you know, I'm going to kind of reserve this to things that I've tried more of. The other one is I've seen, and I saw, I think Glenn Healy mention it, and that's Soap Commander. And that is a really good value per ounce as well. But I don't have a lot of that one either. So anyways, I'm going to go with 345 soap. This could have probably also gone under my sentimental category because John, the artisan there, and I have exchanged a lot of messages and talked a lot, and it's probably one of the artisans that I've gotten to know the best in the community. And he's been really supportive of my channel and has given me stuff to give away on my channel. But he goes under my value. And this shark bite is in his old base, and this flannel shirt is in his new base. This is in the Trinity base. I think it's $16.95 for 5.8 ounces. So that puts it under $3 an ounce. Not quite as inexpensive as the Soap Commander or the Sterling. But I think for what you get with the donkey milk, the camel milk, and the goat's milk, and all the other high quality ingredients that you get in this base, I think you are well getting a value for what you're paying for. Sterling is a good soap, but it doesn't have the same level of ingredients. And so that's my pick. There are also some pretty good scents. And the shark bite is probably one of my favorites, and it's been a family favorite. If you've watched my channel, I do a lot of videos with the kids. The kids always choose some shark bite. This would be a great summer scent. It's coming out next month, so look for that. Next, I'm gonna go, and I haven't seen anybody list this one yet either, and I guess this also could for performance. So again, you could list a number of things. A&E I've seen a lot of, and I'm liking A&E, but I've just gotten into the A&E rabbit hole, so I have not tried a ton, and I don't have a lot of experience with the A&E products, although what I've tried so far has been very good. So I had to go with something that I've used a lot, and that for me is Declaration Grooming Milk Steak. And there's some fantastic scents too. It's a little hit or miss with me sometimes with Declaration. So I've had some stuff from Scott that I didn't like, and I've had some stuff that I've just absolutely loved. But Massacre of the Innocents and Opulence, just two really fantastic scents. Two of my favorites in my den, and I gotta smell them as I go. So I think the Milk Steak works really extremely well. I think a lot of people would put that in their top 5 bases. I think you can get a great shave out of a number of different bases. I think that this one is just really good, and one that I have a lot of Declaration, so I have used that base a lot and kind of dialed that in, and I think for me, I'm gonna list that one under performance, although again, a lot of these could have gone under a lot of categories. And then the last one for me is Sentiment. And this one was a little hard as well. Again, I haven't been shaving for a tremendously long period of time. And I think I've gotten to know some people in the community. I've gotten to know a little bit, some of the Artisans a little bit, some better than others. But for me, I ended up going with Sentiment with Strike Gold Shave. And I think I've gotten to know Frank a little bit, not extremely well, but he's always been very good to me. He sent me stuff early before it was released to the public. When I bought it, he sent me some stuff to use. But this to me it's sentimental because this is the scent. This was my top scent of 2020, but is also one of my very first scents that I ever purchased. And I think this was the third thing that I ever purchased. And I'd like to think, or I don't like to think, I do think that this, when I got this, it's just such, it's a dupe of Mugler's Ultra Zest. And I was not into fragrance before I got into wet shaving. I had no idea what some of these scents smelled like. And I've never been a fragrance guy. I haven't worn cologne in years. And like I said, I was just using Pro Rosso. But for me, this is the scent and this is the soap that like pulled me down the rabbit hole. Because when I got this, I was like, man, that is good. And I want to find more things that hit me and I love like this. And so he's got a number of them. La Befana is fantastic. I've got a number of his, and this could have qualified under scents as well. I haven't had a bad scent from Strike Gold. The Patriot Base, this one I'm finally seeing the bottom of the tub, but you can see there's still a bunch on the sides because I scoop it out with a spoon. But and I'm determined to finish this tub this year. But this was the scent that pulled me in, really. A couple of my first purchases, I think Dr. John's Flowers in the Dark, that was really good. But of anything, this is really what got me really searching and really doing more research about the hobby, about the Artisans, about the soaps, about scents and everything else. So this was my gateway drug to wet shaving, really. And so that to me is sentimental and really what got me started and pushed me over the rabbit hole. So there you have it. Those are my 5 based on just my experience so far in the hobby. I'm sure that as time goes by, that will change. I've tried a lot of other different soaps that would go in a lot of categories that I really like. But I just haven't tried either enough of them or had enough experience with them in my den to list them. But anyways, there you go. So now I got to tag some people. I've seen a lot of people already do this, and hopefully these people are game or haven't been tagged yet because I haven't seen them do this video. But I'm gonna tag John from Latherhog, and I think he's got a lot of experience in the community. Been here a long time. I would love to see his take on this. I'm gonna tag John Shaves. He also has a lot of experience in the hobby and would be interested in his take as well. And then the last person, well, I'm gonna name 2 more. I'm gonna name Gary, Mr. G Shave, because Gary tagged me in the paintbrush video, so I'm tagging you back if you haven't been tagged. And I'm gonna tag a 4th person, and that is Jack from the Virtual Groom Room. I don't know if Jack's into the tag videos, but even if he isn't, this one seems like it would be up his alley. He's got a very sophisticated scent palette, is very into fragrances, and so I would also be interested in his opinion. So there you go, folks. If you watch this and you're tagged, there's your challenge. If you've already been tagged, then hopefully we'll see your video coming out soon. So thanks for tuning in, folks, and we'll see you soon again on the channel.